Hey guys, so I did an Ask Your Questions video on YouTube and I did a post on Instagram as well. And this question really stood out to me and I really want to answer this in a separate video because I feel like it might be a little long. And I feel like it's an important one, really great question, and it warrants having its own video. So I'm gonna read it off so I don't miss it, and then I'll go back and answer the questions. So since you're trying to save money and cut back on almost everything, how do you feel? Are you happy? Are you enjoying life? Somehow I have the feeling that you put your whole life on hold in order to get through the adoption process as quickly as humanly possible. But you also take care of yourself, treat yourself every once in a while, get out and meet other people. Do you feel cozy and at home in your maleness apartment? Your daughter will need a happy mommy who can teach her to love life and warm and welcoming home where she can feel safe. But mostly I was wondering if you're maybe forgetting that you and your well-being are important as well. So just start this off. Snowplow is going to go by. So am I happy? The answer is yes. Is everything exactly how I would like it to be? No. But in the 5 years that I have been on this journey, I am so close to finally becoming a mom. And I don't want to do anything that's going to set that back even further. In my view, the sacrifices that I'm making now are no different than if I wasn't adopting. If I wasn't adopting, Tila's playing with stuff. If I wasn't adopting, I would still be living like this because I would be paying down debt. If my debt was paid off, I would still be living like this because I would be saving up for mortgage to buy something, buy a house, condo, whatever. And if I didn't have that, if I already had a house and all my debt was paid off, I would still be living pretty darn close to how I am now because I would not want to be buying stuff. In the last 5 years, my mentality has switched from stuff to experiences. And I've always been in that mindset that I would rather do things than own stuff. Do things than own things, but the last 5 years has really emphasized that for me. If you've ever watched Bulgaria's Forgotten Children, Ukraine's Forgotten Children, the book that I'm reading right now is the boy from Baby House 10. If you've ever seen anything about orphanages, they are not good places. And so when I think about where my daughter is, that is my motivator. There is nothing in this world that could possibly make me happier than having her home. There is nothing that I'm not willing to sacrifice to have her home because she is everything to me, even though we've never met. She is my everything, and there's no sacrifice big enough. There really isn't. I would do anything to have her home as quickly as possible. Every minute she sits in an orphanage is a minute too long for me. And as it is, it's going to take me longer than I want for her to get home just because I can't save as fast as I would like to. Trust me, if there was a way to not eat and still survive, I would be cutting my grocery budget more. There's nothing really that I can justify purchasing to make it that, oh, this want that I have is more important than getting her home sooner. And when you are adopting and you have that mindset, you are perfectly happy with making those choices. It's not a sacrifice. Like, it's not. It's a motivator. Like, seriously, I have tried to find more and more ways to cut my budget because to me, that's what's fun. That's what's exciting. That's what's enjoyable. Is every time I get to pay an adoption fee, that's my rush. That's my excitement. There's nothing going to be better in my life than bringing her home. Yes, there is definitely things that I would want. Right now, if money was not an object and I was able to continue with the adoption process while still getting things, I would get furniture for Emmy's room because I think that would be the most important for me in terms of stress relief and feeling more prepared for the adoption. The other thing would be furniture in general. I am very fortunate that this year I have a mattress. If you've been following me for a while, last year I was on air mattresses, and then when the air mattress broke, I was on the floor sleeping. So I am very fortunate that I have I have an actual mattress. My mattress is on the floor. I don't have a bed frame for it, which I'm cool with. I have no issue with that. I'm happy that I have a mattress. I would like some storage units for the living room. They're like the squares that are like this, that are square, from IKEA. That's probably the next thing on my list, is to get 2 of those. Because right now everything feels very chaotic in the apartment because I don't have places to put the things that I have. Do not have a lot of stuff, but the majority of my stuff that is out, like I have 2 bins in the living room that I would want out and 2 bins in my bedroom that I would want out, are stuff like books that would go on shelves or Emmy stuff that would go on shelves. Also, there's like a little trolley kitchen cart that I want for Emmy's room that all her cloth diapers are going to be stored on. So there's things that I would want, but I'm not prioritizing them. I will probably buy the 2 square thingies maybe this summer, depending on finances. I don't know what the home study agency social worker is going to require of me. I'm hoping they don't require I have to have furniture for her room, because that's going to set me back at least a month, because things cost money. Because of where I live, I would not want to buy something used and have to trudge it up here, because I don't think it's going to be a very easy feat. IKEA is my best friend because things are easy to bring into my apartment, and then when I move in like 5 years, I can easily remove them from my apartment into wherever I'm going. I see apartment, technically live in a condo, and my current plan is to buy another condo in the same building. So that honestly would be my biggest thing, is more furniture, but not a ton of furniture. Sorry, I'm going through, am I enjoying life? Yes, I still enjoy life. Putting my life on hold. I am putting my life on hold, but I've been putting my life on hold for 5 years, basically. My entire life for the last 5 years has been 100% baby focused. What can I do to become a mom has been my focus. And I feel like I'm finally getting to the end of that. And I know this is not permanent. Like, yes, okay, when I'm finally get her home, I'm going to be on maternity leave, so I'm going to be poor during maternity leave. And then once that's done, I want to pay down my debt. But once she's home, I'll have a little more flexibility. And the second adoption, I won't be doing it like I am now. I'm going to be saving in slower chunks because I won't feel the pressure like I am now. Like right now, 5 years, and I have about 2 more years to go. That's 7 years of me wanting to be a mom to becoming a mom. The next adoption is going to be like 5 years from after Emmy's home. So yeah. Do I take care of myself, treat myself, get out and meet other people? I'm not an outdoors like I don't like to get out. I don't drink, I don't socialize very much. I used to live in a remote community where I wouldn't leave the house for weeks at a time because I didn't need to. And I have no issue with that. I'm very much a homebody. I have been trying to make somewhat of an effort to get out a little bit more because I feel like once Emmy's home, I'm going to want to get out with her more. So like going to the library and stuff like that, I've been trying to do that. There was one time that my work had a bowling function and I would have went to it if I had money. So there's like that. But most of the time, like most of my work functions are free. So I've gone to a couple things, but I'm still like, I don't like being around people. So for me, it's not an issue. In terms of like doing stuff in general, I would love to have more paint supplies. I really enjoy painting. I have a Craftsy class. I love Craftsy. I do love that. So I would love to take more classes with that. I'm off a week in February and then a week in March. So possibly the week in February, I might take the free trial for Craftsy and then see from there if I want to continue. They now have like a Craftsy Unlimited, so you can take as many as you want during whatever you pay for. So I'll do the free 1 week and then see from there if I want to pay for the year. I think it's like 120 Canadian for the year. But if I'm taking a lot of classes, it'll be worth it. I did also buying a sewing machine last month because it was on sale for $90 off. So thanks to a friend and my brother, I was able to make that happen because when the sale, it was a 1-day sale and I did not have money that day. But I have people that helped me make it happen and then paid them back. So I have splurged on some things. I'm not like not having fun because of it. I have some puzzles that I still am working on that I've had for a while. I have books from the library that I'm reading. I have tons and tons of ebooks. I have stuff to crochet. Mostly the only thing that I would really want is better paints so I can paint more, and probably more like, I don't know, like the classes, like the craftsy classes, the sewing classes, and the painting classes. The only other thing I can think of is I wouldn't mind Zelda Breath of the Wild. I really would like that game, which I might splurge and get that for the week in March, end of March, beginning of April, because I have 10 days off, and my days off are when I emotionally struggle the most because I have nothing to do, if that makes sense. I don't want to go out. There's nothing out there for me, but to sit at home, I'm on like either just reading or I'm on the internet, and 10 days of that, because I've been cutting out TV from my life, I don't have shows to really watch, and so it's kind of hard to not get obsessed with things. Like I tend to get obsessed with baby products or vacations, or recently I've been looking at houses and condos and stuff like that. So I get fixated on weird things. So I feel like if I had something like that game, I could play that game during those 10 days. And it'd be something fun and enjoyable during my time off. Anyway, this video is probably gonna be longer than I want it to be. Do you feel cozy and at home in your minimalist apartment? Yes, I love my place. I have been looking at houses lately because that's what I do. And everything is huge. I do not want something big. I don't want anything big. I don't want a lot of stuff. I enjoy the fact that I can easily clean any room in here and it be fast. Like I said, there are some furniture things that I wouldn't mind just because it would make it look nicer, but I don't feel like they're necessities. So anyway, that was longer than I had anticipated. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to post those down below. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you guys later. Bye, guys.